Okay, so I'm down here with my mom. Hey, Mom. And she just got back from a weekend at the beach. She came down because Dr. Collins is supposed to be here any second to look at Dash. He needs the rest of his vaccines, and she's going to look at the sides of his neck, which look really bad. They look way worse than they did any day. It was so what my mom has discovered, what she thinks happened, is that he's itchy for some reason. And so at first he was itching himself on this table. He put his head in here and itched back and forth. And then obviously the table was right side. And I took the table away, and so now he doesn't have anywhere to itch except on the wall. And so she thinks, her theory, and I'm starting to agree with her, is that he might be walking back and forth, scratching himself on this rough wall. The only problems I have with that theory is the dirt is not that messed up. Is that it's still really...
This is so bad.
I know, don't pull any of the hair off.
Did you see on this side?
Yeah, don't pull any of the hair off.
I'm not pulling any of it off, but did you see here?
Yeah.
Look, you lift this up?
Yeah, I know. It's really sad.
And this is like he had, it started out with just this little one
Yeah, it
right
just
there.
started with a little rub mark right there, and now it's...
Oh, we might need to get him in. Maybe it's do they pace? Is that a normal thing? Pacing or being anxious?
Yeah. So and look at here, it's raw right here. So his buddies come in tomorrow.
But it's just where he's not itching his hinds, and he's not...
I know, that's why if he was rubbing, I think he would have rub marks other spots, but...
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he must be doing it that way.
Maybe he has psoriasis.
Or eczema, poor guy. Yeah, when we were talking about him having an EDS disorder, we thought maybe he had mast cell disorder also.
Oh, this is so sad and unbelievable.
My poor boy. My poor donkey man. So we're just waiting for the vet, so I'll turn this back on when the vet comes. Okay, so my mom is down here, and she thinks that he might be itching himself on the wall. See, first he had a little bit of rub marks, and so no, he had no rub marks when I got him whatsoever. Okay. His coat was perfect. Okay. And after about 2 weeks of having him, I started noticing little rub marks, and so I took the table out because
they were this big.
Yeah, they were two little spots. So it was on the table. So I took the table out, and then after I took the table out, just over the last 3 days, it's just blown up, and I mean, it's just terrible.
Hi, little Dash. Oh, yes, it's pretty raw, honey. Yes. Oh, wow, he's like crazy.
Yeah, and then the inside of his legs are a little bit thinning too, I think, but maybe they're not. I don't know. We couldn't decide whether the top part of his legs were thinning if he's biting at this. I don't know.
Oh, I think they're all right.
Okay.
But I think this is a mess up here.
Yeah.
His hair is coming out, for one thing.
Yeah, if on the other
Shedding.
side it's got a big...
But these are mats from him rubbing. Okay, little man. But it's weird because the skin under here doesn't look weird. It abnormal. It doesn't look like it's got any crusts or pustules.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any sort of bugs, like lice or anything.
I know.
What's going on here, little man? You didn't look like that when we vaccinated you.
I know.
God. And I know it's a little bit hot, and he's got this long hair.
But that won't cause this. He wouldn't itch himself.
Well, they do rub because they're itchy and sweaty. But my goodness, it's weird.
That's just so sad.
That is bizarre.
Did you see the hair on the block wall? Like our
No,
block
so
wall
that's
over
where he's rubbing?
That's what
We-
think of. The
my-
block wall
we-
is all ripply.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
walked along there and it's like I can see like hair.
Well,
but I don't see
bet-
big
I
chunks
saw
of
him
it.
just thinking about rubbing his butt on that wall right there.
But the only thing is with that is he doesn't. There's not much like.
Yes. He's rubbing here. Yes.
And this is so nice and itchy. You can just walk all the way
Yes,
down.
yes. But why is he itchy all of a sudden? That's what we gotta figure out. We gotta stop the itching.
So I was thinking the only things that changed from when you brought him here was
Diet. He was eating orchard alfalfa there, half and half, and he gets orchard and then alfalfa pellets.
And
So
then-
he's essentially getting the same
But
thing.
what about, was he with goats?
He was not next to goats, no.
Okay, so that's a big difference right there.
and
Would he
what
be
about
allergic to the
sawdust?
goats?
That's a possibility.
Oh.
Where are you putting him in a stall?
Yeah, they all spend.
Oh, so he lives here with them?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's maybe the first thing we're gonna have to do is maybe start separating and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
Could sawdust can it ever be?
Yes,
Because
yes.
he was in dirt.
Yes,
before.
no, they can be allergic to. Most wood chips, actually, it's interesting, have almost like an antibacterial effect on the hooves and feet and stuff. They just did a study to try to determine what bedding materials contributed to more infections in their feet and stuff. And actually, the least problematic was the wood shavings.
Is this wood shaving?
Well,
This
I'm not
is
sure.
they're called. I'll show you. They're called Mallard Creek.
Yeah,
they're
the mini
up there.
flake.
Mini flake.
Yeah, so they are, but I don't know what kind of wood. They can be all different kinds of wood. You could use the pelleted bedding to soak up his urine where
Okay.
he pees, because it's not going to seep down through anything. It'll just be a puddle. But
Okay.
you can take a handful or a scooper full of the pelleted bedding, and I've done this with some of the minis that tend to eat the shavings and stuff and can't go on shavings.
Yeah.
And then when they have a urine pool like that, you just pour it in and stomp it down. It'll suck that urine right up, and then you can just scoop it out of there.
And what's it called? Pelleted bedding?
It's called pine bedding. Yeah.
Pine
Basically, like the pellets that are going to be absorbed.
I've
Yes.
seen it. I've seen
Yes.
it before, so I
Yes.
kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it comes in like 40-pound bags, and it's well, you want to make sure that it's a safe wood. You don't want to get anything that's walnut or red or anything like that. You don't want to get any of that. You want to get a nice white pine shaving.
Okay.
And it's just compacted in, instead. They used to burn them in stoves, and because a lot of times they're not allowing, to cut wood in the forest and all that kind of stuff, and they use them in the wood burning stoves is what they actually were designed for. And then they started using them as animal bedding. And they're very, very tightly compacted. They suck up a lot of the vaccines.
Maybe, but
Because
that
he got a
one-
vaccination on each side of his neck. I mean, he could have had a reaction to the diluent in the vaccine.
If anybody can have a reaction, it's going to be Caitlin's.
Yeah.
Because she has
Caitlin's
reactions
animal,
to
'cause
everything.
I have reactions
Yes.
to everything.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put him in here. Get the
him in there
pelleted
for
bedding,
now.
and he's gonna cry. So I'm
But
just.
we're getting him a friend tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Can
he
his
can't.
friend live with him or no?
No, probably not. Or do you?
How big is his friend?
His friend is 29 inches, and he's actually 29 inches.
You could try and see what happens.
Okay. She said that she thought, just from her donkey experience, she said that jacks can't be with others.
They're really
but,
obnoxious.
Okay.
Yes.
But we'll get him if you.
And
And
how
we'll get him
recently
going.
was he vaccinated? You said he's a year old. He's had complete vaccines?
I don't know if he's had complete vaccines. I don't know
See, we want to
his.
make sure that he's had his tetanus. That's the main thing.
Okay.
That he has his tetanus vaccines. If we're going to castrate him, he's got to make sure that he's had his
Yeah, I
tetanus
knew he'd have
vaccines.
his tetanus before he was castrated, so I figured if he didn't have tetanus, you'd give him his tetanus,
And
and,
then
we'd
wait and give
the
him a
6
booster
weeks
and
or
then
whatever. Yeah.
in a month and then do him.
Okay, so that prolongs
it
the
does.
separation time.
Yes,
but
exactly. Because if he's not had a series of his shots, he's going to need at least 6 weeks, because you're going to give him one tetanus, then you're going to give him another in 4 weeks, and you're going to give him 2 weeks to respond to that last second one before we castrate him.
Well, she's been. I haven't really asked too much about vaccines, just because she was so up to date with everything on him. So I'm
Is
assuming
it another long-haired one?
It's not another long-haired one.
Okay. Okay.
This is one she actually wanted
Yeah, that's what I saw when we walked up.
when.
It's interesting because that
I took
party
him-
hasn't rubbed raw yet. He must enjoy this part more.
Well, what's really interesting is that
Even
this
if
is
you
really
scratch
raw.
it,
This isn't too raw yet.
But you know, I was looking down in here. Does this look thinner?
Oh,
in
here, yes it is. I didn't even see that part.
Like we were just
Yes,
looking
yes,
at that. Now, why would that be? Because unless he's double jointed and
He does have Ehlers Danlos.
He's really shedding too, and he's hot. I'm sure he's hot with all his hair. His skin is, of course, burning up. We're gonna have to get some stuff on this, and probably clip this longer stuff on the edges so that it stays, so it doesn't get matted on top of the.
Yeah, and on
You're
top
gonna
of
have to
the
sedate him for the
Yeah.
clippers.
So have you used clippers on him yet?
We tried.
We tried.
Bonkers.
He didn't go bonkers. He just was scared, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we wanted to do his belly. You can see his belly
Yeah.
clipped because he had mats on his
Yes,
belly,
yes.
and so we just cut those with scissors, and then we just decided not to push the clipper
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
because it wasn't
yeah.
necessary.
Yeah.
And then
It's
his
just weird
back
because
and his
there's no-
back seems sore too when you.
Here, baby. Let's get a thermometer on him. Yeah, he does seem so. I wonder if he's been going under something. That table was in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
That's
took
been gone for about a
two.
week and a half.
No, it's been only gone for maybe about
But
5
this
days.
was just nothing. This was, he only had this, I think just this little original one. And then Kagan kept telling me all weekend, it's getting worse. I'm like, how can it
Oh, I did put MTG on it.
MTG.
I'll show
Maybe he's
you.
allergic to that.
Because I thought when I took the table out that that it would stop, and I wanted his hair to grow back, and so I researched this product, and
Sulfur.
so I.
You put some sulfur on it. Well, that could be real irritating.
Oh, can it?
Sure, honey. Anything that smells as bad as sulfur can be irritating.
It smells like bacon.
Oh, is
So
that
it's got
the
oil.
hair?
Were you spraying anything on there for
No,
the
I
infection?
wasn't- I wasn't-
That one,
Oh, I was spraying Vetricin on
the one little area.
the one
They're
little
not gonna hurt any
spot,
of
but
Vetricin.
that
Okay.
Vetricin won't do
Okay.
That's
anything.
just deionized water.
Okay.
Stevie used that stuff on her horse's mane
This
to grow back, yeah, but she never put it on the skin or anything.
tail rubbing, dry skin, bug bites, mane and tail detangling. Well, it says its main ingredient is 4% sulfur, and then it's got mineral oil.
Watch out, you might jump
glycerin.
forward.
It's okay.
Good boy.
Some other kind of oil. I don't know what that. I have to look it up. CADE, Cade oil. I'm not familiar with that oil.
I hope it's not this stuff because this
how long
was
have you
supposed to. I only did 2 days of that.
Look at here. It says, caution. As a normal precaution to prevent possible allergic reactions to sulfur, pre-test unaffected areas for sensitivity.
Oh.
Allergic reaction usually occurs within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
When did you
Okay.
first stick this on there?
Yeah, it was
2
2 days ago.
And did it
3
get
days
dramatically
ago.
worse in the last 2 days?
Yes.
Shocking.
So that's definitely it. Man, because I'm concerned. Now I don't want him to be itchy. But I really love his long coat. And so I wanted his long coat to start to grow back after he was rubbing it
Yes.
on the table. And so I figured I'd put some of that in and it would grow
Well,
back
let's
after a
forget
while.
this. He
But
obviously
we're
has an issue
obviously,
with the
yeah,
sulfur.
we're not going to use that anymore. Then do you have other ideas? Well, we can talk about the hair.
We're going to have to cut some of this hair back.
Yeah, they almost make it look like it makes you better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked,
but he's
it looked
allergic
like
to
that
it.
They
stuff.
always sell that stuff. And then in fine print at the bottom, caution, in case he has an allergic reaction to the sulfur.
Yeah, I didn't even read it. I just
Always
put it
read.
on.
Always.
But you wouldn't have known that sulfur was gonna
No, I
cause
wouldn't have
maybe
known
more.
it was going to be.
But now we do.
Sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, so I think
So
we'll just
sorry I
cut
made
with
it worse.
scissors some of this hair that's going to fall into the area that we want to treat. And I think we better treat this with some anti-inflammatory, steroid. I don't want to give him systemic steroids because we just vaccinated him.
Will you be able to vaccinate the rest of his vaccines
Well,
today, or?
I'm a little afraid to right now. I was going to give him rabies, That was the only one I was going to give him today because he's not old enough for the other stuff. But
Now, Caitlin, are their butts always?
Yeah, they're bare
that's
like
normal.
that.
That's
Okay.
normal. That's
Thank you
normal.
for noticing, though, Mom.
Checking out his little fun
But this
honey.
is kind of weird that he's so sore here. This is not normal.
And he was like that ever since I got him.
Yeah,
and
that's not normal,
when I
huh?
first brushed him at the place, he did it, and I figured, well, maybe it's because he's not used to
Well,
this.
he's quite thin too. I mean,
Is
his
he a
rib-
little-
Yeah, he is. He's got all this long
I know,
hair,
I
but
was
he is
feeling that
thin.
the other day. I
See,
started
his
bumping up.
backbone is very pronounced. And
All
if he
right.
didn't have all this hair, his little hip bones are sticking up, and yeah, he's a little bit thin.
Okay,
So he needs a little more chow.
All right, I noticed he was a little thin a couple days ago, and I was going to ask you, should I just keep bumping up his hay a little bit more? But then I was worried that the hay was giving him an allergy, and then I didn't know what to
Well,
do.
but if
and
he was eating orchard alfalfa before, I doubt that the orchard
Okay.
hay with the alfalfa pellets is causing the issue.
Okay.
Because that's what he was on before.
So I'll feed him more of
But
that.
see, he's itchy everywhere. See,
Yeah.
he's biting at himself now. So I think
I
you
went
feed
for a
him
walk.
monster with your.
But did you spray mainly that one area, or did you spray?
No,
for
I
bite?
just did one area, and then I
Where
gave
did you
him.
spray?
I didn't spray. I just rubbed this
Where?
just on his neck, in his neck
Well,
area,
Right where it is, right
Yeah,
where
right
the
where
allergy.
he's-
Okay.
right where he's bare.
So we have the issue of whatever made him rub in the first place, and then now we've added the allergy on
We've
top.
made it 100 times worse.
Yeah, a bit. So we're gonna get you better.
I feel terrible. I'm a bad donkey mom.
Look at most people. If he's out, they would have just ignored it.
Well, after a little while, you wouldn't be able to. Real bad shape.
Yes, I mean, I was just shocked. Like, I just got home just before you got here, and
And I showed Mom, and Mom she couldn't believe it. She almost had tears in her eyes.
Well, yeah. I'm shocked as too.
Yeah.
You look so.
But that sure makes sense when you said that happened so fast, like within the first.
Yep.
Yeah, I stopped. I didn't put any on.
Already out almost. Well, 2 full weeks for the vaccine.
Okay, so it wasn't probably the vaccine.
No, it's probably not the vaccine.
I didn't put any on yesterday,
Just
obviously.
because he got a vaccination there, sure.
Did he
Because-
get vaccinations
on both sides? Not
Oh.
down there, but up here, yes.
Oh, okay.
But see, he may have been a little bit sore or something from that, and that might have caused the initial little bit of rubbing. And then we went with the sulfur and made things 100 times worse. Whatever is on his skin or his hair now. Maybe I'm allergic to sulfur.
Let's not rub you down.
No, we won't do that.
People will use this stuff, but they were like, their biggest complaint was like, now my head smells like bacon. They didn't say it was gonna smell. And then one person was like, well, it's for animals.
Yeah.
Do you think we
Stevie
should
would-
wash it off too?
I washed it. I did. I washed it off yesterday, really good. I washed it off
What'd you
twice. Microtech, just shampoo. Want me to go get that?
Yes, I'm gonna see what else is in it.
Okay. Okay. This is the shampoo I was using. She wants to see that. Oh, I feel just so terrible.
Well, they are, and they get all these, supplements. You gotta feed this and use that, and and it's a multi-million-dollar business. Natural botanical equine shampoo.
This brand has proven to be in the past a pretty good brand. It actually sells stuff for fungal.
Yes, I know. I've seen it. And then we just exaggerated the whole thing by putting the sulfur on there. That would explain why it got so much worse in just a few days.
My poor handsome boy with all of your beautiful hair.
Yeah. No, it will go back, honey.
No, Dr. Collins, they said that once it's gone in woolly donkeys, it doesn't come back as much.
That's if you lose it from the roots, I think, isn't it?
No, they said if it's shaved. And so someone told me said never shave your donkey or else you'll never get the hair back. And so
Interesting. Well, I'll have to look it up.
So
because
I
don't know.
want, so I
don't
want to
know.
try to find some supplement or something that'll help his hair grow back because,
Otherwise, we're in trouble with all the lack of
yeah.
hair here.
And I'm so concerned that my woman Kim, who sold him to me, is going to come tomorrow and be like, "You have a skinny donkey, first of all, and I sent her pictures and told her, and she was like, "Yeah, but I told her a vet was coming out, so."
I know, I'm just trying to get these knots out without cutting them because now your mom's got me panicked about your hair not coming back.
Good boy, Dad.
He's really knotted up though. He's really matted.
Nope.
He says, hey, that
here,
hurt,
hey.
doctor.
Did she get you?
No, I
Mean
was
Dr.
pulling
Collins.
I was trying to pull
Oh.
the mat out,
Oh,
so
I
I didn't have
see.
to cut it, and he said, cut the goddamn thing. He said, if you're pulling my hair, it hurt. Yeah, he's very greasy and oily here still from the,
So I should probably bathe him again, huh?
yeah, but let me see what we've got. Let's go with some other medicated shampoo stuff. See, he's so sore here. This is really bizarre. This worries me that he's so painful on his back.
Uh-huh.
So let's get his temp. See what his
It's
temperature.
100.
Even? Okay,
Yep.
well that's good. I think we should. Yeah, I think we should wait till we get this controlled to do his rabies.
Okay, I agree.
I really do. We've got to see if we can get this under control.
Oh, I have a garbage can down here.
Well, we got them. Very good. Never had too much water.
It's just,
Animax ointment, okay.
kind of like Quadratop. So it's everywhere.
Will this burn him at all?
No,
It's pretty gentle.
Yeah.
Okay.
We put this on everything and it's amazing.
But wait, do we want to wait? Because we might give him a bath, right?
She just told me to put this on.
Okay.
Today?
I can do it.
Yes, and I would just wait and put that on after you get in the bath.
Oh,
Okay.
I just wasn't sure if you'd be able to do it today.
I can't, I mean, I'm in a lot of pain and whatnot, but I'll do it. Can I just bathe his front end, or do I? Okay, cool. So we're going to get him weight on him. Dr. Collins already said he's a little bit on the thin side, which is good to know now. I did think he was a little skinny, but I didn't want to overfeed because I didn't want to get a fatty deposit, so I was worried about that. But I'll have her show me how much to feed him before she leaves. Oh, buddy. You're good. Good man. Come here.
we got it backwards.
Good boy. You're being very good. Good boy. How much does he weigh? 110. And last time he only weighed 100, I believe. So he's gained 10 pounds. So I just bathed him, or I lathered him up with that shampoo that she gave me, and so now it's just setting in for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll wash it off. They're still here.
Have it kind of left, you know?
Yeah.
You just want to get it kind of everywhere.
So I just did this, but apparently I didn't do a good enough job, so Emma's redoing it.
Yeah, I just want to be...
I know, no, I got it. It needs to be done the right way. It needs to be thorough.
You did a good job. We just want to make sure that there's no leftover residue from the other one.
Emma's rinsing them down for me. I had to get my handy dandy chair. Whoa, it's way too fast.
Let me get a towel.
We're gonna pat them dry more. So this is what she was saying was, so we have hydroxyzine, which I actually take, which is funny, and he gets about that much to the black line twice a day. Beige with this stuff 3 times a week, and then we were gonna go over what's in here in a second. Oh, hydrocortisone. Let's see, what is it? I think it's hydrocortisone. Yeah, hydrocortisone.
Chilled, it's gonna get cool. They're so long that they dry real fast. You want to be sure that you give him enough time to dry so he doesn't get chilled.
Okay.
Long hair. Gets cold at nights.
Yeah, I'll make sure that I'll try not to do it during the nighttime, obviously. Unfortunately, cool is when I do best, but
Well, I mean, you know. Just don't do it. You know, we're going to have hot weather again here soon, so.
Alright, now we're putting hydrocortisone cream on. I say we like I'm doing it, but it's a team effort, right?
Yeah,
I'm here for emotional support.
you're putting it on the areas where there's no abrasion, but there's no hair.
Okay.
It's very warm to the touch. This should help cool it out a little bit.
Okay.
He's been rubbing.
So you can see it's a little white. They put the hydrocortisone cream on it, which I hope I'm not paying a lot for, because I actually have a lot of hydrocortisone cream that is left over from when I really used to use it. So, but it's too late now. She's already sold it to me, so we'll see how much that ends up costing. But my gracious mother said that she would pay for this vet visit. So thank you to my mom, because I don't have the money. And I know what you're going to say, if you don't have the money, you shouldn't have the animal. And, but my parents always said that, you know, if something were to happen, they would help me out, and then I would just pay them back. So they're kind of like my loan officers, or my people I go to for a loan. Okay, here's all the stuff that I've got to do. It's going to be a lot of work for me, but I'm just going to have to do it. I have to go to the store now, and I'm going to lay down and rest. Well, let's see. Shit, what time is it? Oh, I'm sorry for my use of language. I might not be able to get the sweet feed today. In fact, I won't be able to go to the store today, so I'll get the sweet feed tomorrow, and then that's what this powder is going to go in this, mix that with the sweet feed, and then this is the powder, I think, yes, hydroxyzine, so that's to help with the itchiness. He gets that much, it's already powdered in there. He gets a bath with this 3 times a week, and then he gets that put on his red sore twice a day, and then this hydrocortisone goes on his bare spots twice a day. And so, and let's see, what exactly is this? Animax, so probably made for animals. And I just put Dash in the stall. What we're gonna do, hi buddy, is keep him in a bare stall. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I feel just awful, Dash. And so he's got to be in a bare stall with pelleted bedding where he pees. So I've got to go get that tomorrow, but he'll be okay for tonight. And then Dr. Collins is going to let me borrow a bucket, and I'm gonna, for water, and I'm gonna put that in the corner. Or you know what? I don't know what to do. This is really hard. Okay. Because I have to talk to my stall cleaner and explain all this stuff to him, but he doesn't understand English. So I'm going to have to talk to Jaia. And Jaia is my friend who speaks English perfectly. He has been a friend of mine since I was 15. So I'll have him translate to Bernardo what needs to be done about, there we go, that's going to be his P-spot. So I will put the bedding right there. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in. I'm trying to zoom out, but it's not working. There we go. So they like to pee in the same spot, so hopefully he'll continue to go over in that spot. And then, but he'll poop anywhere in here probably and track it around, so it's going to be a mess. And it smells like pee. Alright, so that was today. Today is Tuesday, I want to say. Yes, today is Tuesday. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys what day it was, and I've been trying to do that. And I am in a lot of pain and really sore. Oh, I have to put my chair back. And I just, this is going to be a lot of work. And I mean, I know animals are a lot of work, and I've taken care of animals like this before when they've been sick. And I've been able to do it, come down 3 times a day, sometimes even. Like, this stuff is just twice a day. But that's when I was well. I mean, now that I'm sick, I'm going to have to ask my dad if he can help me. Or my mom might be willing. Probably more my mom will be willing to help. I mean, my dad's just super busy. I mean, my mom's busy too. But I just... I don't know what to do. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do, and I just don't feel good right now. Alright. Okay, I'm going to stop filming now. Hopefully I'll film again. We'll continue watching Dash's... I'll continue to film Dash's progress. And the neighbors aren't going to like that. He can't see out of the stall, and he's away from the goats, and so he's scared and alone in there. And so my new donkey is coming tomorrow, and that will put them together in the stall, and we just cross my fingers that they get along, because if they don't get along, then 1, I won't get a new donkey, and 2, he won't have a buddy in here with him, and he needs a buddy in here with him, because he's going to cry and cry and cry, and the neighbors are going to not like that. So let's just hope. We'll see. I'll film more later tomorrow when the new donkey comes. I'm going to name him Pockets. Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. I've got to go lay down.